Hold your horses, young man.
The horses are held. Handheld horses.
Hold your horses, young man. I gotta prepare the material.
Handheld horses perturb the postman.
Brother, stop hitting that fucking cable, man. You're driving me crazy.
Fucking inform me.
We recording, by the way.
Shy.
Yeah, don't mind that shit.
Cool.
It's all
Nah.
good.
Fuck
Nah,
it.
I'll listen to it fucking many times anyway, so it's all fucking good.
Oh,
Start
yeah,
it off.
little bollock shit. A spider on me hand. Fucking deadly.
Oh, let's get it.
Let's get it.
Hey yo, what's up everyone? We're back. Another Friday, another episode as per usual. My name is Luca. Across from room for me. Introduce yourself, young man.
I'm the other fella. You know the other one, the Irish lad. Michael or something. That's my name. What's the story? How we doing?
I'm glad you said the Irish fellow because the thing that I prepared today is actually stereotypes.
Oh shit.
Since we have a
Oh shit.
unique opportunity of having two nationalities on a podcast and we never took advantage of it. Today we're gonna read some Irish and Croatian stereotypes and we're gonna just see is it true or not.
Interesting.
And since we are on Irish soil, we're gonna start with the home team.
Of course we are.
Now
Why
these are gonna get progressively more obscure. Like we're gonna start with the simple ones and the deeper we go, it's gonna get more and more like some of these I read. I live here for a while. I have no idea what they are. We're gonna need your professional homeland input.
Okay. I'm here for it.
So the first stereotype is a very easy one. I'm gonna read the stereotype and then I'm gonna read like the general concepts of it.
Go
So
on.
the Irish goodbye,
Oh yeah.
the classic.
I
right?
love it.
And now
Love
we
an
have
Irish good boy.
now we have a comment about it. We don't just vanish from parties without saying goodbye. If anything, we're the opposite of that because we say goodbye to everyone. How you feel about that?
Depends. Depends on the party. Me personally now, I love just fucking leaving a party without telling anybody about it. If I could leave a party before it even starts, that'd suit me down to the ground. I don't even want to go. But it depends. I know some people who would go all around. Jed would has to go and talk to everybody before we leave. Me personally, I'd just like throw a wave in the direction of the people that I know, and then I'm out the door.
So if somebody sees you, good. If nobody sees you, also good.
Yeah, I really don't give a fuck. I'll just go to the door, turn around, wave at nobody in particular, and then walk out the door. And then if anyone says, "Oh, you never said goodbye," I fucking waved at you. Fucking dope.
Yeah, I think it depends from person to person, but I also met a lot of Irish people that would do that.
See, my thing is, I think that the Irish goodbye is an American thing. It's just a thing. It's one of those things that Americans just have stuck Irish onto, just as a way of leaving a party without saying goodbye to anybody. I don't think it's actually an Irish thing. They just decided it was.
All
Like
right.
leprechauns and fucking, all that shit. It's an Americanism.
I personally am a big fan of that, especially if you're in a place that has a lot of people, because you want to be home at 11, right? Obviously, you're not gonna start leaving at 10:15 if you wanna say, like we were at work party, right? And Irish people there told me like, oh, just do an Irish goodbye. Just took my jacket, left the place. It felt so good. I was
It's
like,
the best way to do it. It's the best way to do it. If it's not a thing that we do, it's a thing we should start doing. I've often been leaving a party and it's a good fucking 40 minutes before I'm actually leaving.
yeah.
And I don't have time for that. And that makes me really fucking annoyed. Like we Jed's 21st, right? She had a party in some fucking function room. And we were flying away to Spain the next morning at like 4 o'clock in the morning. So we were at her party. It was about 12 o'clock. I said, Jed, come on, we have to go and at least get an hour or two of sleep like before we go to the airport. Yeah. I just have to say goodbye to these people. Swear to God, an hour. An hour. And I said to her, Jed, I am going now because I want to get some sleep before we have to get up to go to the airport. I said, fucking come or don't. And I just, and she was like, right, I'm coming. And then literally we went home, went to sleep for about an hour. Alarm went off, had to get up, go to the airport. I was like, we could have had so many more hours of sleep. We could have had so many more hours of sleep if you had just not said goodbye to every fucking cunt in the room. And her family is huge, so like there was millions of people.
Yeah.
I was like, just grab the microphone or something, say, I'm going home now, says like, thanks for coming, bye-bye. No. Goes around, hugs every motherfucker in the room. I was like, I'm gonna just go sleep here. I'm just gonna go sleep here and go straight to the fucking airport. No bags, no nothing. It's ridiculous.
Just raw dog Spain.
Yeah, fucking, I'll buy stuff when I get there. Who cares?
Yeah, so Irish goodbye then. I think there's something there.
There's an element of it.
Yeah.
Me personally, as the resident Irish person of the podcast, that's how I would leave a party. So yeah, true. I'm gonna say true.
All right. We're gonna tiptoe from Irish to Croatian. So, first Croatian stereotype. You don't sit directly on concrete. There must be a thin layer of something, anything, to separate your bottom from any concrete surface below when you sit down. Croatians get creative. I've seen people use newspaper, plastic shopping bags, gloves, scarves, even sitting on their hands if nothing else is available.
Right, hold on. I have to because you know these and I'm unprepared for this podcast. So you tell me the stereotype and I'm going to ask you a question about it, right? So what you're saying there is you can't sit directly on concrete. You're not talking about bare arse cheeks.
No.
You're talking about like the bottom of your trousers touching the ground. You need to sit on something instead of that happening.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
So,
Now, I'm going to give the Irish perspective on that. I wouldn't give a flying fuck. If I need to sit on the ground, I'm going to sit on the ground.
yeah.
What about y'all? What about y'all over there in Bosnia land?
That stereotype is kind of true. I ain't gonna hold you because even here, like when you go on a concert or whatever, like in a park, and people are just raw dogging sitting on cold ground.
Yeah.
No, like no.
Really?
Yeah, no.
That's
Like,
strange.
bro, like if the ground is cold and concrete is cold, I'm gonna rather take my jacket off and sit on it. Because in Croatia, there's a big stereotype of you getting a kidney infection, right?
My mum would have told me that when you're a kid, don't sit on the ground, you'll get a kidney infection. I don't
Yes.
think I ever did.
Yeah, like think of Croatian mothers having like this fucking kidney protection like task force, you know what I
I
mean?
can see your man not liking people sitting on the ground for definite, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can picture that, yeah. I reckon she'd be furious if she seen you sitting on the ground.
Like, obviously in the summer when it's like 30 degrees, like, yeah, your fucking concrete is like 37, so you have no problem. But like autumn or whatever, like, no, you cannot be like, if you sit on cold ground, you're gonna get sick.
Is this where the squatting Slavs came from?
I think
You can't sit on the ground, so you just like hover your arse.
my bro just fucking figured something
There you go.
out. I think that might be it. Yeah, like you cannot sit down on the cold ground. Like you're gonna end up in a hospital.
Yeah,
According to average Croatian mom, you might die.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I see the logic in it. It's certainly not pleasant to sit on the cold ground with your arse, but
Like you said, I think Irish people are really not bothered with that.
I'll sit. Listen, if I have to stand up, I'd rather sit down.
Yeah, but also considering the weather here year round, I feel like you guys are more resilient to that kind of shit.
Now, if the ground was wet, I'm not sitting on it.
Yeah.
Like if we were outside now, just locked outside your house, and we could just wait for somebody to come, okay, I'd sit on the ground, no problem.
Yeah.
Just fucking straight down on the jeans, no problem.
Yeah.
Wouldn't bother me.
But also, like, people here prepare their kids for that kind of thing because it would be quite chilly outside and a mom would be pushing a kid in a stroller without socks.
Yeah.
Kid would just be barefoot and my mom would be like, oh, Jesus, that kid's gonna fucking end up in a hospital,
Yeah. I've seen you sit on the ground.
Where?
We've sat on the ground for smokes. Out in front of the canopy.
Was my mom there?
No.
Well,
she
there you
wasn't.
go.
She wasn't, but now she knows. So
No.
you're fucked now.
Are
His
you?
kidneys were fucked. He was pissing all day.
Why are you snitching?
Get him.
All right, so the stem there one, I'd say that there is something there. I'd
Fair
say that there is I think that's a stereotype that's kind of true. Yeah.
2 for 2 so far.
Okay, the second one, Irish stereotype, friendliest people, and now the comment of it. The stereotype that we are somehow one of the friendliest nations on the planet. Irish people are nice to your face, but are curtain twitchers that will begrudge you or give you about having notions the first chance they get. How you
Yes,
feel about?
I agree with that comment 100%. I don't know where this thing of Irish people being really nice comes from. I don't get it. I'm the most miserable bastard you've ever met in your life. I don't have that. I don't have that business. Like, so I had the massive misfortune of working in a fucking tourist shop in town before town turned into fucking downtown Beirut over the last couple of years. And I was nice as fuck to all the Americans and everybody else who came in. But you know why? Because I was getting paid. If I'm just out on the road and some American comes over and goes, "Oh, you guys have Taylor Swift here?" I'll be like, "Yeah, of course we fucking do. We have the internet. It's not the famine times. What are you talking about?" And this genuinely, like, we were in this fucking, do you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna shame them. Paddy Wagon, the worst place you've ever been. If you're from not Ireland, don't go to Paddy Wagon for your tours. Go somewhere else. Paddy Wagon are cunts. But I'm in the shop. I'm selling leprechauns and fucking sheep and teddies and fridge magnets and whatever that diddly eye shite you can think of. And I got fed up of listening to the fucking trad music that we were forced to play by the owner because Americans love it. I said, I can't listen to this anymore, lads. So there's a great channel on YouTube called Collage de Lorgan, which means like Lorgan College in Irish. And what they do is they have this little group of kids, but they sing pop songs in Irish. And I was like, that'll do me. It's something that I'm more familiar with. I don't know the words because I don't fucking speak Irish, but the songs, the melodies, the tunes, I know the songs. It's all good. So I put that on, and the fucking Americans ate it up. Num, 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 num. Give me some more of that sweet, sweet Irish music that I listen to. One of the songs is a Taylor Swift song. I think it was Shake It Off or whatever, but it's in Irish. This American woman comes in and she's chatting away to me and she's like, "Oh, you know, I work with like special needs kids in America and they would love this." And I was like, "Oh, I'll write the name down for you, like, and you can get it on YouTube when you go back." So I wrote down the name of the channel and all that, gave it to her on a fucking bit of receipt paper or whatever. And she's like, "Oh yeah, look, I can't believe you guys have Taylor Swift over here." And I was like, they have Taylor Swift in fucking Uganda. What are you talking about? Like, everywhere knows Taylor Swift. The fuck? I couldn't believe it. And if I wasn't being paid at that precise moment in time, I'd have taught that woman a fucking new one for being such an ignorant cunt.
Oh my god, you guys have electricity.
She was only short of saying that, like. She was only short of saying that. And I was like, you're joking me, like. Of course we have Taylor Swift. We also have running water. We also have food other than the potato now. What are you talking about? You flew here on a fucking aeroplane. You didn't have to take a ferry for 3 months. What the fuck are you talking about?
Cross-Atlantic
This
boat.
is the thing. This stereotype of Irish people being really friendly comes from tourists who come here, spending their money. You're only interacting with people who are being paid to be fucking nice to you.
Yeah.
That's it. You could say that about probably any country if all you do is go to the touristiest places.
Yeah.
Now, I've been to Italy, I went to Rome, and half of the people there were cunts. Unbelievably rude.
Yeah.
Like, outrageously. Like, the French people get a bad rap, you know. I've only been to Disneyland. Everybody was a fucking pixie. Just the cheeriest little motherfuckers that you've ever come across in your life. Because they work for Disneyland. They're getting paid to be.
Yeah, you're literally going to the happiest place on earth.
Yeah. If I went into Central Paris, they'd have hated me. I'd have had a terrible time.
Yeah, imagine you Mickey Mouse in Disney tells you like, "Oh, fuck off."
Yeah. Fucking Irish people coming over here eating our cheese. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I'd say that stereotype, friendliest people, is definitely not true. I'd say that you're spot on. It's just like any other place. They're
Yeah.
nice people, friendly people. There are people that are gonna tell you straight on the street that you can suck a dick. Like you're gonna be walking by and some guy's just gonna look at you. Oh, what you gonna fuck off?
Absolutely. An encounter with a homeless gentleman on a bus. He offered us some of his wine. That was extraordinarily friendly. Now, me as a fellow Irish person, I wanted to tell him to fuck off because I don't want a swig of your wine on the bus. I'm going home and work. Get out of here. You know?
I don't want hepatitis.
There are friendly people and there are not friendly people.
Yeah.
That's a ridiculous stereotype.
So we
that
call-
one's a big fat thumbs down from me.
Yeah. Fuck that. Yeah, that ain't true.
Stupid fucking Americans.
Now we're going to the second Croatian stereotype. Now the undershirts. I don't care who you are, you wear an undershirt. Babies, toddlers, children, teens, adults, retirees. And you must tuck it in. So, okay, stereotype here is that Croatian people love wearing like just wife beaters, like white undershirts.
Okay. So here's my question. So you're talking what we would call a vest. Just a vest, like under a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Right. I'm gonna from my experience of you, I don't think I've ever seen you wearing a vest under a t-shirt. Like if you were ever taking your hoodie off or something in work, your t-shirt came up, there was no vest under it. And it certainly wasn't tucked in because it wasn't there.
Just my sexy
Just
chiseled
your
body.
sexy anorexic ribs.
Fuck off.
Maybe you should wear a vest to cover up those bony ribs.
Jeez. Okay. Goddamn.
Now maybe you're gonna surprise me here and whip up your top and have an undershirt tucked in, but I doubt it. I think you're gonna debunk this.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna go off now. So, yes, undershirts, once again, the fucking mother kidney protection committee will make you wear undershirts. Some people never get out of it. Like my dad still wears an undershirt and he's like 50, right? So it's a big thing that yes, your mother will make you wear an undershirt. But also it's a rite of passage. If you can be persistent enough and strong enough to resist your mother's urges, that's how you become a man or a woman in Croatia.
But no longer wearing an undershirt.
The first time you leave a house without an undershirt, you're a man.
It's a
Like,
Croatian bar mitzvah.
yeah, like and I feel like this gonna be for my kids as well. Like they're gonna be like, Dad, I'm not wearing an undershirt. I'm gonna fucking reach for my belt to whoop that ass, and they're gonna be like, I don't care, and I'm just gonna fucking let one manly tear down my cheek and be like, son, go outside, stomp on your stomping grounds.
Don't sit on the ground though.
yeah, there are lines,
Fucking kill you. Put your arse on that ground, I'll whoop it.
Yeah, so I think that we have a running theme here with Croatians about seriously protecting our kidneys. And
It's just fucking cold in Croatia. That's what I'm gathering. It's
Yeah.
just cold.
But also, look at this funny difference. 15 degrees in Croatia. My mom would literally not let me out of a house without wearing a jacket. 15 degrees in Ireland. I'm standing outside in a t-shirt. My mom doesn't say anything.
It's 15 degrees right now. It's lovely out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like that's what I'm saying. The perspective changes so fast,
Yeah.
because like if it was like 14, 15 degrees and I'd be like walking out of my house in a t-shirt, I'd be like, what the fuck you think you're doing?
Where's your undershirt?
Yeah, get
And your
back,
overshirt.
get back in the house. You need like fucking 6 layers of shit on you.
Yeah, that's wild.
So yeah, undershirts are there like wife beaters. Yeah, Croatians love them. I can't even hold you. That's like literally.
So it's 2-1. It's 2-1 to Croatia.
Okay, since I can see the third one, I'm just gonna fucking reel it in because the third one is the same. Third stereotype: you must keep your kidneys covered.
So you're a kidney nation.
Yes, pretty
Fair
much.
enough. So we've come to terms. Croatian people, they love their kidneys.
Yeah.
Fair.
Oh my like.
You need good, strong kidneys for all that drinking.
Yeah, true.
That's what
facts.
it is. That's what it is.
Yeah, like especially if you're a girl, or you're gonna get UTI. Your kidneys are gonna get fucked. Like if a guy, you have a little bit of leeway. You might like get away with it. If you're a girl, no. fucking
Undershorts all around.
yeah. Okay.
So it's 3-1 to Croatia. That's what I'm hearing. How are we supposed to breathe with no air, Luca? You know? Nowhere. There's a song, Jordan Sparks, I think. I know songs. I think Jordan Sparks. Chris Brown's involved. Probably beat the shit out of her, that's why she couldn't breathe. How am I supposed to breathe with broken ribs? Chris Brown.
Irish stereotype. This is just a comment that caught me off guard, and I think it's so funny. I indeed have an Uncle John and Aunt Mary.
I don't have an Uncle John or an Aunt Mary. Hold on now. Well, I'm gonna try out. I don't think I'm related to a single John or Mary at all. In any fucking aspect. I don't think there's a John or a Mary in my family.
Yeah, but how you feel about John and Mary?
See, if I'm remembering correctly, and anybody who's Irish that listens to this, which is very few people, there's a couple in Farah Ted that own a shop, and they're called John and Mary, and they're always arguing, and that's their gimmick, their little side characters. But anytime anyone goes into the shop, there's more in the shop between John and Mary. So there's something to it. There's a seed somewhere.
Yeah.
It exists in some part of Ireland, but no John and Mary's in my family, I don't think.
Yeah, I'd say John, maybe not even so much, because I feel like I haven't met that many Johns. But Mary, I feel like I met a lot of Marys.
I would be out there. You wouldn't get many Johns, because anybody who would be going for John here would be calling themselves Sean, because it's the Irish version of John.
Yeah.
John is a very English name, like. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, you wouldn't be getting a John.
Yeah.
Like, Jade's dad is technically called John, but his name is Sean. I refuse to acknowledge the man as John. That's not his name. He was introduced to me as Sean. Everyone calls him Sean. His fucking passport says John on it, but he's Sean. He'll always be Sean. I'm not calling him John. It's ridiculous.
Okay, so yeah, I think that these names in particular, not so much. I just thought the post was funny. But yeah, I'd say John and Mary not as common.
I work with a John, and I went to school with a couple of Johns. I don't think I know a Mary.
Yeah.
Mary.
But now think of how many Connors you met.
Ah, fucking Connors. Yeah, loads of them.
Yeah,
Loads
Connor.
of Connors.
I feel like Connor is so much more.
Sean's and Connors. There's millions of them. So many. And Michaels. There's fucking 6 Michaels in my direct family.
Yeah.
There's millions of Michaels. Yeah, I think John and Mary is a bad. They've picked some of the, probably 2 of the worst names they could have picked there, to be honest.
Agreed. So that one gets a thumbs down.
So it's still only on 1 for Ireland here. These are some bad stereotypes.
The next Croatian stereotype.
Is it kidney related?
In a way.
Fuck's sake. Okay, we get it. You like your kidneys. Jesus.
You avoid any cross breeze. Propuh. A lovely crosswind that blows through the house is almost illegal in Croatia. You may not have any 2 windows, 2 doors, a window and a door open at any time, because it could kill you.
So just to translate that for our Irish listeners, they don't want any draft in your
Draft, yes.
Now, I will say, right, a lot of these stereotypes, there's an element of, I would have had this same thing growing up here. Like, I would have been told as a kid, don't sit on the ground, you're going to get a kidney infection. I would have also been made wear a vest when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And like my kids wear vests. Well, Ben doesn't now. The eldest doesn't now, but the baby does. And he will until he's a little bit older, and then he won't wear a vest anymore. Yeah, like, and the draft, you don't want to be having a draft because the door will slam. You know what I mean?
I think that the difference is the severity of how seriously people take it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, you probably are going in on it more so. Where it's mentioned here, and it's like, careful of those kidneys, but then it's like, whatever, you'll be grand.
Yeah, like I'd say that there's not a single Croatian person in existence that didn't hear a phrase "draft kills." Like it's literally such an overblown thing. You
Yeah.
get me? Like people take that shit so seriously. And I remember seeing one like little video of a Bosnian guy. He's like laying on the couch in the middle of the summer, has a window open, and he was like, "Oh my god, it's so fucking hot." A guy opens the door, and he's like, "Close that shit, the draft will kill us." The guy closed the door, and he's again, "Oh my god, it's so fucking hot." That is pretty much epitome of Croatian people. You will be in the house roasting, there's gonna be a draft, somebody will come and close the fucking door, and you'll be like, it's fucking 37 degrees outside. We don't, the hot air blowing through my head is not gonna hurt us. It's fine. No. If you have windows or doors open, you gotta make sure they're open on the same side of the house.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like you would have one side of the house, every fucking crack that could be opened is open, but you never open the opposite side of the house. And it's, this one is, the kidney one's not so much. Draft kills, you can literally print that shit on a t-shirt and it's gonna sell out in Croatia. That one is 105% correct. Like, people are making memes about it. Like, everyone knows that shit. Like, I feel like if I went to my town right now and stopped, like, a middle schooler and be like, how you feel about draft? And be like, oh, that's no good. Nah, you gotta...
No bueno for the draft.
You gotta step away from that draft. You're actually gonna die. We're gonna have funeral for you.
So what I'm gathering from this conversation so far is that you're a very stereotypical nation.
Yeah, honestly.
You're 4 for 4 here. That's wild.
Oh, like, I realized that I'm a stereotype like a while ago. Like the first time I realized that it kind of hurt me, but now I'm okay with it. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna hold you. The first time I realized I'm a stereotypical person, it did make my heart ache a little bit. But, it is what it is,
Yeah, do be what do be.
Product of our environment and all that shit. Okay, the next one. Okay, this one is easy. Irish stereotype. We whinge about the weather to an irrational amount.
Oh, yeah. I mean, listen, now the only thing I'd have umbrage with that now is we don't whinge. It's all fair. It's all fair. It's either too fucking warm, or it's too cold, or it's fucking raining, or it hasn't rained in ages and it's too fucking warm. And we don't want it to rain because it's been raining for 6 days. Where's the sun? And then the sun comes and it's too fucking warm. Well, you can't win. You can't win in this country. And you could have all of those things in the same fucking day.
Yeah.
I genuinely, not a word of a lie for anybody who's listening who's never been to Ireland, there was a day, not too long ago, I'm pretty sure it was in March, it rained, it was gorgeous out, it fucking snowed, and then it was really windy, and then it rained again. All in the same day.
Facts.
And I mean, it snowed, like, thick. Not a little bit of it's coming down a little bit with the rain. Like, it snowed like a motherfucker, and then it was sunny, and then it was raining, and then it was windy, and then, like, no messing around. The weather in this country is fucking bipolar, and so people have every right to complain about it all the time.
And what you said literally happened to me like last week. So a couple of days ago, remember it was raining 3 days in a row.
Yeah.
And I mean, fuck, like, I know people say that, like, oh man, it was raining for 3 days. The 3 days last week in 72 hours, it probably didn't rain for 10 of them. Like, it was just coming down.
Yeah.
A bit of sun comes out. We're out on our lunch break having a smoke, and one of the guys at my job goes, "Oh, it's so fucking hot outside." And I look at him. I was like, brother, it rained for 3 days. A
Yeah.
little bit of sun comes out, and the first thing he does is complain.
Yeah.
I was like, are you fucking serious?
Because it was too hot.
Yeah, but like, there's no meaning.
It needs to be perfect. It needs to be perfect though. It needs to be a little bit sunny, not too bright. There needs to be a little bit of breeze, not too much breeze. And it definitely can't be raining. Moderate, that's what we want. We're a very ordinary people. We just like ordinary weather.
Yeah. It's so ironic you guys want ordinary weather living in a country that has anything but ordinary weather. Like you said, like so many times in Ireland here it happens. It literally goes from 19 degrees sunny to fucking raining so much like you think your house is gonna have a fucking landslide and go away.
Yeah.
To being fucking 19 degrees outside and sunny.
The thing about the rain in this country sometimes is you would expect rain to fall down. You know? Rain is meant to come from the sky and fall down. Sometimes the rain in this country hits you in the side of the face. It comes from the side. Horizontal rain is what we have. And that's the worst rain. That rain will go right through you. Your kidneys are bollocks. Undershort or no. You're fucked if that rain hits you. You're soaked all the way through. You're freezing immediately. You're bollocks. Sideways rain is the cuntiest rain that you've ever experienced, and it only happens in Ireland.
One thing that when I moved here, it was fucking raining outside, and I like go out and I see nobody has an umbrella. And I was like, these people are crazy. Why not have an umbrella? And then a couple of months later, exactly what Michael said. In Ireland, if you're ever planning to visit, don't bring an umbrella. It literally does nothing.
Yeah.
Your rain is gonna literally go 90 degrees with the earth straight in your fucking face.
Yeah.
Like, umbrella doesn't do absolutely anything.
And the thing about the umbrella is, this is what people think, oh, you just hold your umbrella and you don't get wet. Oh, yeah? If the rain's not going sideways, guess what? The wind is going to go, that's a nice umbrella you have. It'd be a shame if somebody turned it inside fucking out on you. Your umbrella goes the wrong way around and then you're wet and your umbrella's broke. There's no good having an umbrella in this country.
Yeah.
It's no good. Whoever invented the umbrella, John Umbrella or whatever his name was, he didn't come to Ireland when he was doing it.
Yeah, here you need fucking reinforced titanium.
Umbrellas are no good in this country at all. At all.
So I think we can agree on that. A lot of fucking complaining about the weather. Yeah.
All the time. And that's the beauty of it, is it like if you get stuck in a small talk situation, you can go, just some fucking weather the last couple of days. And you'll always have a conversation about it because it's not just being ordinary. It's either being too hot or too cold or too raining. Always.
Fucking bitter outside.
I tell you. That wind would blow a fucking pikey off his sister.
I love that joke.
For anybody who's uninitiated, the pikey is a travelling person.
Yeah, or in Croatia, how we call them, gypsies.
Yes.
Okay, the next Croatian stereotype. You eat soup at the beginning of a big meal. Soup is never a meal in and of itself, but rather the first course of a meal to open your appetite and encourage you to eat more of the main course. I'm gonna be quick with this one. Yes, like.
I mean, soup is a starter. That's just a fact.
Yeah, I'll go to the next one. This
That's
one.
a universal fact. That's not a stereotype.
Yeah, so like, Jesus Christ, every stereotype about Croatian people is about fucking health, man.
Kidneys.
You know what's hilarious? In a country where so many people drink and chain smoke, we are so worried about fucking like, you would think it's a fucking country of wellness, you know, like people eat healthy, we meditate, we fucking do shit. Like, no, we are actively destroying our bodies.
You can't meditate because that requires sitting on the ground. So this is the problem.
Until you learn how to levitate, you cannot fucking
Yes.
properly do it.
Absolutely. Dead air.
Okay, here is a classic one, but I have to mention it. They believe rakia or moonshine or poutine, whatever you want to call it, homemade liquor, fixes everything. Fever, soak a cloth in rakia and put it on your hands and feet. Got a cut. Rakia will is disinfected. Sore throat. Drink it. It will kill the bacteria.
I mean, There's an element of truth to that. Just in general, alcohol kills bacteria. That's the point.
Rakia is like a health potion in Croatia. If you play video games and you have a stock of health potions, that's Rakia. You know, like
Fair enough.
fucking Khajiit has wares if you have a coin. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna,
Croatian has rakia if you have a coin.
yeah, honestly, if you
Fair.
have a coin, you will get a good. But that is so true, man. But obviously, some of that shit has no scientific purposes whatsoever. So you soak this magical health potion in a cloth and you put it on your forehead. What the fuck does that do? Like, that is so ridiculous,
Yeah.
but it's true. Like, that is 100% true. Like, that shit. Okay, I think that the big reason why that shit is true and like why people do that is because homoapathic?
Homeopathic. Yeah.
Homeopathic remedies are a very big deal in Croatia. Like I feel like people in Croatia, especially older people, you're gonna go to your grandma, you're gonna be like, oh, my grandma, my finger hurts. She's gonna pull out some shit you never like. She's gonna send you to the backyard and be like, see them yellow flowers, bring them to me. Like she sends you on a quest, you know what I mean? Like
Blue flower, red thorns. Blue flower, red thorns.
yeah, she like mashes that shit up and she's like, put this on your finger, boy. And you like put that shit, and I don't know, is that just placebo effect or these people know witchcraft or what the fuck is going
Yeah.
on? But I remember one time I went to a doctor. I had some shit at the bottom of my feet. I don't know how you call it, but basically they were like black spots and they were like super, super painful. And she was like, yeah, actually, I can't do anything for you. Like, it just has to pass. My mom fucking gets the council on the phone, you know what I mean? Like she calls up all the grandmas or whatever and she's like, oh, I know that, like my husband had that like 1946. Just cut up some potato and wrap it around your foot. I looked at my mom like, what the fuck? Like with potato? Why? Like what the fuck? She's like, just do it. Grandma said so. And I was like, all right. She cuts up the fucking potato. I put it on my foot, wrap it up. Bro, I'm not even joking. 3 hours later, I take that shit off. Like, it was fine. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, how the fuck did she know that?
It's the healing power of potatoes.
Yeah, and then I googled it, and apparently it's true. Potatoes are very good at drawing out infections from your skin. It's just a fact.
Hell of a thing.
Yeah.
There you go.
But then again, like, I would never know that was a thing.
Yeah. I
Like-
used to get really bad nosebleeds when I was a kid, and I was in my granny's one day and I got a really bad nosebleed and she was like, quick, get a cold spoon. And I'm like, just blood is just pouring out of my face. Like I'm just fucking holding my nose. Blood everywhere. Get a cold spoon, get a cold spoon. So goes and gets a fucking spoon, runs it under a cold tap, right? Goes, put that on the back of your neck. I'm going, what? Yeah, put that on press it on the back of your neck. Put the cold spoon on the back of my neck and like, I don't know, the nosebleeds stopped after a few minutes. But like nosebleeds stop after a few minutes.
Yeah.
Kind of at random. I don't know if the fucking cold spoon helped or what, but that's what she would say to do. Put a cold spoon on the back of your neck. I'm not going to preach for its effectiveness because nosebleeds just kind of stopped or didn't, depending on how they felt. But yeah, I think that's just a granny thing. Grannies know what's going on.
Yeah, true. Like, I feel like that kind of knowledge is like, it should be preserved, you know what I mean?
Jed's dad swears by a hot whiskey when he has a sore throat.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Or
who knows?
put a little bit of whiskey in your coffee or tea. It sorts you out. It is what it is. Like, it works.
Apparently, yeah.
But my family has a funny story about my mom miscalculating rakia treatment.
Oh, well, I need to hear about this.
So I was like, I'm not going to say exactly the age, but I'd say under
2 years old.
under 10 years of age. I'd say like 8, 9. And I had a sore tooth, right? And I think it was a Sunday, so we couldn't go to the fucking dentist or whatever. And she was like, oh, just put a little bit of rakia in your mouth and just wiggle it around and spit it out. But like, obviously, when you spit shit out, shit just stay, like some of it stays in your mouth by default. Like, you cannot fucking just spit everything that was in your mouth. And we did that a couple of times that day. And she was like, oh, then we went to our grandfather's and like you were just like on the couch and you were like real sleepy and you were never like that as a kid. Like you're always full of energy. And then like we stood you up and you were wobbling a little bit, and then I
My
realized
boy got lit.
yeah, she got me hammered.
He got lit AF. Like Jake in 2.5 Men when he's on the eggnog.
Yeah,
Mommy oh, daddy oh, daddy oh, mommy oh.
yeah, so my mom accidentally got me a little drunk
And
because she was
that
trying to.
explains it. That explains why you are the way you are.
Yeah, honestly, like it genuinely does explain a lot. Yo, we are like at the end of our time, but I still have like more of these. Shall we
Fuck
split
it,
this?
keep it rolling.
Oh no, we split it in two. Yeah.
Split it, yeah, whatever. Just keep it. We'll let it. See you later. We'll talk to you in part 2 for
Yeah.
some more of your good old stereotypes.
We'll continue shitting on stereotypes. I.